Just going to go through a few of these. So this should be a relatively quick video. We've done enough of these. There's enough videos you can go back and look at. It's all pretty cut and dry. So I just wanted to point out a couple differences in some of these. One, like number 1, you'll notice there's no x here. So the only thing you can factor out is a number. That is your GCF. And then my factors, which I'll just put down as an F, is I divide all these things by 3. So that leaves me with the 3 in front and the 4x cubed plus 2x squared minus 1. So it's the same thing on all of these, but like the one, come over here and start with your smallest number 8 and then try to figure out what goes into the others. And it ends up being, I believe, a 2, but then also a y. So you divide all these by 2y. Make a little more room here. So that makes my GCF 2y, and my factors 2y, and then in parentheses we have minus 5y squared plus 4y minus 10. You can always check inside here and make sure that there's nothing else you could factor out of here. Like maybe on this one, if I only factored out of 3. So don't look at this, but if I factored out of 3, that would leave me with, 3y squared minus 6y cubed plus 12y the fourth. And now look, this 3. Oh, sorry, that's a 2. I'm trying to do this problem incorrectly, and I really did it incorrectly. 3 times 2 is 6. So, but anyway, 2 goes into the 6, 2 goes into 12. So that tells me that I could also factor out another 2. And 3 times 2 is 6, which is really what you should have factored out along with the y. So the GCF here was your 6y squared. So that stuff's all wrong there. Okay, it says factor each expression. Well, a couple of you got this one wrong down here. This is just one of those special cases you got to recognize. If you can take the square root of 4 and the square root of 16, but there's no middle, it's just one of those special cases that hopefully you could recognize. So it's 2x plus 4. And then you have your 2x minus 4. Or if you really need to do it by hand, it's 4x squared plus 0x minus 16. So you need your a times c is negative 64. And then you need things that add to get 0. Okay, and you can carry the problem out there, but hopefully you just recognize it's a special case. This one was also a special case, but you can just do it the old school way. So now I'm going to do a couple of these and then be done. I'm going to pick some of the harder ones. Also, I found it a little interesting. A couple of you got 13 and 14 answered, even though we never did those. That was my fault. It was an old review from previous years, and I just didn't delete them off. Kind of odd that some of you got those right. Not sure how you pulled that off. Kudos to you, though. Hopefully, you did so based on your own hard work and not by some other means. I'll look at this one here, number 9. So my a times c is 4 times negative 15, so that's negative 60. And my b is 17. So I know that I haven't put negative here and a positive here. So my bigger number has to be the positive one. Yep, that's a positive 59. Sorry, I said that. So 30 times negative 2 It's 28, getting closer. 20 times negative 3. There is our 17. So 20 times negative 3, 17. Okay. And then we come over here, we rewrite this, 4x squared. It doesn't matter what order, plus 20x minus 3x minus 15. And now we do our groupings here. What can I factor out? I can factor out a 4 and an x out of that first group, and that leaves me with x plus 5. I can factor out a negative 3 from this group, and that should also leave me with x plus 5, and it does. So then I regroup 4x minus 3 and x plus 5. One more here. Guess we'll do the one right next to it. So a times c is negative 24. My b is negative 2. So if I do negative 6 times 4, it's negative 24. They add to get negative 2. So I have 3x squared minus 6x plus 4x minus 8. Remember, you're just taking those factors and rewriting them and replacing that negative 2. So they should add to get negative 2. I can factor out a 3 and an x from this first group. And I'll do my math correctly this time. That leaves me with x minus 2, not x minus 3 like I did a minute ago. Okay, and then what can I factor out up here? I drop that positive down. I can factor a 2 out, and that should leave me... Nope, we can't factor a 2 out. We can factor a 4 out. And let's go back here. Let's say you factor a 2 out. Hey, I got a 2. That leaves me with 2x minus 4, and then these don't match, and that would tell you that you have a mistake. So I back it up. I can factor a 4 out. That leaves me with x minus 2. Okay. That is all for just going over this. If you're getting this video, I also emailed you the full key. Get your questions answered before you take the tests, and good luck.